We get to watch an incel today. Holy mackerel! Jordan Armstrong and those cute little Beavers are going head-to-head against Church of Fudge, the McCarthy brothers, who came off of a big win against Team Longcut. The Beavers' backs are against the wall, sitting 0-2. You lose one more, you go home. But can everyone's favorite incel step up to the plate? Jordan Armstrong, we'll see you tonight. You're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fudge, and alongside me is my partner in crime, Hidalgo. And Hidalgo, we get to watch an incel, hooray!
Yeah, it's not every day that you really get to observe an incel in his native environment, and we get to do that with Jordan Armstrong today. All he wants is to get laid. It's the sole purpose of every moment of his life, and you can just see him thinking of different ways to do it. Well, I can do this, I can do this. Oh, maybe she'll be impressed with Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, anime. But the reality is, he's never been laid, and he probably never will be.
No, but a boy can dream, just like they're dreaming tonight of a victory, because, ladies and gentlemen, if the Beavers lose, they're probably going home. 0-3, you can't make the playoffs with an 0-3 record. And let me tell you one thing, it doesn't look like they have a goalie. Unlike Jordan Armstrong, every team they play against has just been scoring, because the Beavers are last place in overall saves. It's ugly. They're going against a team with some firepower. Kevin McCarthy, Clint McCarthy, they got good shots.
Yeah, two of them have good shots, but this is a team that is prone to turnovers. We saw them earlier in the tournament dropping so many balls, more than I've probably ever seen in that one game. Can they hold the ball enough to really test this lack of a goalie that they're up against?
I mean, we'll see. Clint McCarthy's got himself a rocket shot, and ladies and gentlemen, when he winds up, it's like a little crank toy. Boom! Just goes off.
It really is a difficult shot. Takes a long time, like you said, it takes a long time to get it off, but it's got that movement, it's got that speed, and he's got a little Chad energy himself, Clint.
Yeah, and speaking about taking a long time to get it off, Kevin McCarthy. I tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, when he's doing the nasty, if you know what I'm saying, he can't come.
Yeah, he does, yeah, he has erectile dysfunction. Usually can't maintain an erection for that long, let alone come.
Poor guy. We got a great game, ladies and gentlemen, and it's kicking off right now. And here we go, the Beavers against Church of Fudge. A lot on the line for both teams. Should be interesting to see who steps up. Kevin McCarthy, Jordan Armstrong, Clint McCarthy, Joe Worth, Ryan or Tim.
Yeah, really big game here for both teams. You lose this, your chances are going to be hurt severely if you're Church of Fudge. You're done if you're the Beavers.
And a bullet pass from Ryan Olefsky to Joe Worth. We said that in the pregame. He needs to pee like a Chad, and he's playing like one so far. And another turnover from Church of Fudge, something they've been doing a lot so far this tournament.
Yeah, bad passes and bad catching. That's a bad combination right there. They all have issues, and it's not getting fixed. I thought they would address that.
Well, when you can't catch and you can't pass, probably not a good idea to draft your brothers who are exactly like you. But a turnover there from the Beavers, and right now each team with a pretty ugly drop, so Church of Fudge with a chance to come right back in. Wide open, Clint McCarthy, and that's going to go in every time. 1-1, Church of Fudge and Clint McCarthy, one of the best shots in the game against one of the worst goalies in the league.
Yeah, that's a big mistake by Olefsky to leave him wide open like that. Everybody knows he's got a fucking cannon. If he could get the ball off, he gave him plenty of time right there. Gives this goalie no chance.
Oh, Lesky with the little shuffle shot. That was a pretty deep shot from the kid, and that was a beautiful release. You making it 2-1, and oh, there's a high one from Clint. Not the most accurate shooter, but man, has he got a rocket. And let's take a look at Church of Fudge.
To McCarthy, University of Alabama, Church of Fudge.
Clint McCarthy, freelance, Church of Fudge.
Kevin McCarthy, drink beer in the shower, captain of Church of Fudge.
Church of Fudge.
Kevin McCarthy so far has had a pretty good tournament. Even in the loss, he's been putting up numbers. But ladies and gentlemen, 6 goals a game. He is leading the league in scoring. And if they win tonight, they clinch a playoff spot. Beating Longcut, and if they beat the Beavers, yeah, they'll be sitting at first place in the division.
Yeah, and what is he hitting right there? Is that some type of pre-Jewel vape? I mean, I haven't seen a dinosaur like that in quite some time, but he really has been an excellent player so far this tournament. Great shot. He loves to spin and shoot, loves the glory, loves to look cool. One of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah, speaking about loving to look cool, that cloud is very unnecessary. You know he puts the smoke on high when he hits those things, just so you know that he's smoking. He wants everyone to see that puff. Everybody. And I mean everybody. Beavers looking to bounce back after a missed opportunity from Church of Fudge. And going up 2 would be pretty big for them, but I can't see that happening. This isn't a great team. Nice Sleeper Bear attempt and a good rebound from Joe Worth. Great hustle. I'm telling you, he's stepping up. It's looking good so far. Nice little step out, gives it to Jordan, is in the corner, nice shot, and that's going to give them a 3-1 lead. Joe Worth getting his own rebound, big play from that big man.
Yeah, Jordan just has to score goals, simply put, he's got a lead. Nobody else has been able to step up.
Ryan Olefsky, MCC. What else was? Oh yeah, Beavers, sorry.
Joe Worth,
Grand Valley State University, the Beavers, 2015 Rookie of the Year.
Jordan Armstrong, Grand Valley State University. Go Beavers.
And Jordan Armstrong. Nice shot so far. And ladies and gentlemen, one thing, he was 4 for 4 shooting against the Pink Slips last game. However, only 2 saves that last game, and they're not looking so hot between the pipes.
Yeah, but I have seen him practicing, and it does look like his goaltending's coming along a little bit. But he's got to lead offensively. He's got to be the one that steps up, makes some open shots, gets some confidence. Then his other teammates have less pressure. That'll help the team a lot.
And I tell you what, he'd better do it today, because if he doesn't, and they lose this game, they're going home. 3-1 Beavers, though, starting things off. Joe Worth playing like a man-in-the-box offense. It's not all the way in the box, but a nice pass from Joe Worth, and Jordan Armstrong with a beautiful shot. Again, Joe Worth in the box has drawn the defenders, and he's just dishing out to a wide-open Jordan.
Yeah, that's a big body to put in the box right there. It's distracting. It gets in people's ways. It gets in the defensive side, too. Jordan gets another open shot.
And looking at the McCarthy family, there's something about the McCarthy boys that I think their dad has figured out. Their dad isn't the biggest of men by any means, but every time he's popped another one out, they get a little taller. Kevin McCarthy, the oldest, 5'5". Tim, next up, 5'7". And the youngest is the tallest at 5'9".
Yeah, interesting. I don't really understand. I think it has something to do with his love for Trump. The more Republican you are, the taller your children.
All right, so the Beavers coming back. 4-1 lead. This is the only time they've had a lead so far in this World Cup. Joe Worth running shot a little high, but I thought that was going in. He's been playing great today so far. Looking at Ryan Oleski, this man's got swag, and I mean swag. Look at the style, the glasses, the hat, the jacket. Is there a better dressed man in the game today?
You know, he really is challenging Kyle for Whamo's most metrosexual player, and I don't think he'd be afraid to admit that. Always is looking stylish. Probably spends a couple dollars at the mall, if I could say.
And I tell you what, nice shot from Clint McCarthy, but the refs are singling it was crossbar, no goal.
A beautiful shot. You see the movement, the speed on that shot. He really does have a great shot.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'd be mad too if I was Church of Fudge. To call that no goal, that was pretty close, but hey, the ref might have saw something we didn't. Joe Worth in the box again. They're just, it's not a deep man in the box either. Sleeping Bear missed by Ryan. Not a deep man in the box. They're just putting Joe kind of in the wing a little bit. And when he gets the ball, the defenders rush him like piranhas, and he's just making the great outlet passes. I like this offense that Joe Worth has kind of developed himself. Looking at Kevin McCarthy, we all know he has a love for goats. He owns a couple of goats, and one thing he does is he gets malnourished or underfed goats, plumps them up, and collects them to give them a new home. What a great guy.
Yeah, always just been a humanitarian, always just donating his time to help various causes. Just really an inspirational player. He's one of the real good guys in the Whamo community. Somebody you can really look up to, somebody your kids can look up to. You don't gotta be ashamed. A lot of sports, their athletes are beating women. You got people like Kevin over here just being an inspiration for everybody. It's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, and he takes those goats and makes them into beautiful, beautiful jackets. I mean, look at that. That was a baby goat. Can't believe it. And look how stylish he is. You know, and I'm sure he euthanizes these goats peacefully, ethically, when he turns them into these beautiful jackets. So kudos to you, Kevin McCarthy, taking these goats and turning them into something cool. Back at the action, 4-1 Beavers with a very impressive lead, and they got the ball back. Ooh, bumble from Joe, and a drop ball from Jordan, and he kicks the ball away. Nice, smart play. I mean, they didn't pick the ball up. Jordan used his head, but he needed to use his hands there. That's an ugly drop.
Yeah, right here is where Church of Fudge has to step up and get a goal if they want to crawl back into this game. The Beavers are making some mistakes. They're not playing as clean as they could be. They could be up by 5 or 6 right now if they were playing smarter.
But another drop from Church of Fudge, and Clint McCarthy got wrapped up by Ryan. Couldn't make the one-handed catch, and he looks angry.
Oh, he does. He looks like he's about to fight him.
A little cheap shot. A cheap, said the chicken. A little cheap shot. I like that. And Clint's playing pissed. Nice little hit on Jordan there. Gets the ball to Joe in the corner. He's looking for the shot. And smart man not to make that wide open. Jordan. And a nice save from McCarthy, just getting the hands down to make the save between the legs. But another drop from Church of Fudge.
How can a team make so many mistakes week after week, game after game? They haven't addressed the same problem. We've seen it time and time again. They're dropping balls.
And I tell you one thing I'm liking from this Beavers is that man in the box offense. He's not playing like in front of the net like a screen. Because look, Joe Worth makes the move. I'm coming out to shoot. Both defenders clamp on him. They're respecting his shot and not respecting Jordan's right there. So what does Joe do? He sees the open man, easy little dish off, and Jordan's got a decent shot. I don't know why they're not covering him a little tighter. And look, immediately after, same thing. Jordan saying, walk this up, walk this up. Joe Worth has a man clamping on him, and nobody's covering Jordan. Actually, has this play happened yet?
Probably not.
I don't think this play's happened yet.
I'm sure we'll see it eventually.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I thought someone messed up the editing, but a nice rocket shot up high. But again, Jordan's got an accurate shot. Didn't miss a shot against Vito last game, but they're leaving him wide open. I don't know if I like that defensive strategy from Church of Fudge.
No, it's been poor defense, really. I mean, I don't think this is some great innovative offense that they're using, the Beavers, but Kevin is a great defender. Kevin needs to step up and lead this team with some type of defensive strategy.
Yoink! Joe Worth says, yoink! Give me that ball, baby! And he puts it in. Man, the Beavers aren't looking so bad. They're making their shots. They're making some good defensive plays. Church of Fudge is forcing themselves by going too quick. And when you can't catch and throw, probably not a good idea to really run your full speed. You kind of want to slow things down. And the Beavers are hyped, forcing Church of Fudge to take a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, how about Jordan Armstrong stepping up to the plate tonight? He's scoring some goals with Joe Worth getting him the ball when he's wide open. It's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Can Church of Fudge come back?
Thank you for joining me in my day job. I have a very special interviewee, the one, the only, Jordan Armstrong, is joining me today. Jordan, how you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for stepping in my room. Happy to finally get you in here, and hope you're as comfy as I am, man.
I'm not, but that's beside the point. Let's start off, let's jump right into it.
Cannot wait.
It could be said that you've dedicated much of your adult life to the game of Whamo. How does it feel to have spent so much time and effort on this game just to be considered the most notorious loser the sport has ever seen?
It's not about what I do on the field, it's what I do behind the scenes. I mean, look at Vince McMahon, for example. He was never the heavyweight champ. He'd always get his ass kicked in the ring by Stone Cold and smashed with beer.
Everyone who I've talked to has said, like, Todd and Jack are on the field, and they are the best.
That's my Stone Cold and The Rock, buddy.
Who are you, then?
Vince McMahon. Like, Tyler's like Mankind. Jack is like The Rock. And then Todd's Stone Cold, because Todd's like the most badass.
What?
Like, Todd is Stone Cold because he's the most badass. Jack is The Rock because he's, like, pretty well chiseled and pretty electrifying in a sense.
Draw Jack for me. Like, draw me how you think Jack looks.
Sauber?
Yes.
Well, you got to start with the inside.
Okay.
And with the inside, like organ-wise.
I mean, that's not what he looks like.
Well, it's part of what he looks like.
Organs.
You can if he was cut open. And with that being said, it's just like really nicely built in there. Like perfectly stacked, like his appendix is right on top of his lower intestine as it should be. And then going from the outside, like when you go to the skin, pretty smooth. Not tan. But the thing about tanning is it's not good for your skin.
Organs?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Work out his organs?
Well, in some ways, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
He's got a couple, like, they're not moles because it's not big enough to be moles. But he's got some, like, nice spots on it. Good muscles. You know, he's pretty.
What kind? Are they, like, malignant moles? Like, what are we talking about? Like.
Well, that's going to be hard to answer, Gary, because I don't know what malignant means.
Malignant?
Yes.
Okay, let me try this. Does it hurt to be overshadowed by your little brother? How does it feel to have a brother that is not only more attractive than you, smarter, more popular, more athletic, better endowed, but also more beloved by your own friends than you?
Well, we're talking about the present day. See, I don't work in the present. I work in the future.
Okay.
I'm like Zenyatta, who was a horse that almost won the Triple Crown. It lost a race. Zenyatta lost a race, am I right? But its thing was, Zenyatta's thing was it come from behind. It come from behind in all these races and take the head. Tyler, Tyler's my little jockey.
Who's the horse?
Life is the horse.
Okay.
And like, I'm going to come from behind. You're right. I'm one of the horses. Life's another horse. Life is just a horse. And sometimes we got to get rode to get to the end.
You're the horse?
A horse.
A horse.
Uh-huh.
What's your name?
Zenyatta.
Okay. And who's your jockey?
God.
But you said Tyler was your jockey.
No, Tyler's my little jockey, but that's a saying.
It's not a saying.
No, that's like saying you're my little guy or
your
buckshot.
jockey? Your jockey is the person who rides you.
We're talking about two different things here.
So
We're
Tyler
merging.
rides you.
Tyler is my little jockey, as in he's my little guy. He's my buddy. But in
I'm
I'm Zenyatta,
really, you don't.
And the Lord is my jockey.
This is a good lead-in. You've been called an incel by many.
Yeah, like all the time. Like every episode I'm in.
Yeah, well, no, I think you call yourself an incel. What is an incel?
It started
Explain
with
what an incel
Hidalgo
is.
called me an incel, and Kevin Fudge went in. I've never called myself an incel. I've never called myself an incel. Kevin Fudge
What's an incel?
called me an incel because I
Stop talking. What's an incel?
An involuntary celibate.
What does that mean?
It's essentially like these internet nerds that like don't get laid, and then they blame it on their bad looks and women's culture for the reason they don't get laid.
Is that you?
No, because I don't blame women culture for the reason I don't get laid.
What's women culture? That's an interesting.
It's like women are only attracted to. So the incels, the real incels say women are only attracted to like big muscular men. You know how I described Jack Sauber earlier? They're only attracted to guys like that, like these big perfect jockey guys who are idiots.
They're wasting.
Now
you're saying jockey again. I don't think you know what that is.
But long story short, the women culture is essentially they're wasting their youthful sexuality on these big meatheads. That's what their beef with women is. Which it's not that.
So, like, do you think because you were going into detail about his organs earlier, are they, like, attracted to a fit appendix? Because those things burst and kill you. You know that, right?
I do, but I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay. So a second part to that question is, have you ever been intimate with a female companion?
That's somewhat of an open-ended question.
No, it's not.
Somewhat.
It's an action.
But what is intimacy?
Well, you explain it to me. I'm asking you the question. So
well, my idea of intimacy may be different from others, but I'm just going to paint the picture of how I like it.
Okay.
So that being said, it's all about perspective. And my perspective is just simply touching each other, like a nice cuddle is considered a level of intimacy. How often do I cuddle? Enough.
We'll go into more detail about that then.
Can you move your head a little bit that way? Okay, thanks, buddy. What was your question?
How do you cuddle? So I've never cuddled.
You never cuddled?
No. Who am I going to cuddle?
Gary Grace has never cuddled. My ass.
My mom, maybe.
That's cuddling, bro.
But you explain it to me.
So my go-to move is you're sitting next to somebody and I say, hey, if you were a pirate, would you have your parrot on this shoulder? And I reach around them and say, or this shoulder.
You give a parrot a reach around?
I mean, it's a reach around to the parrot.
Okay.
The metaphorical parrot.
I see what you're saying.
And then you just pull them in.
Did you have consent for this?
Well, that's what the parrot joke's for.
The parrot joke?
Well, the parrot setup, yeah.
What does a parrot mean? Is a parrot representative of a yes, a no, a maybe so?
It's like, is it on this shoulder or a reach around or this shoulder? It's kind of like picking the blue pill or the red pill. Like, what does she want? Does she want a color or does she want me to not touch her? Most of the time she says this shoulder, and I move my hand back and we go back to watching Twin Peaks. But every now and then they say this shoulder, and that's when you reel them in, and that's essentially them giving you consent to cuddle.
But it has to be verbal.
Yeah.
Does she say yes or no?
Well, she says this shoulder.
You know what consent is?
It's when they pick the parrot shoulder.
Which recent obsession of yours has had a bigger impact on your impressive shooting percentage in the tournament so far?
Definitely the floating, because I feel like coming out of the tank, I'm just real in the zone and relaxed. And when I'm on the Whamo field, I feel like I can just pick wherever I want that ball to go. Like me and the ball are on the same zen. And I can just kind of communicate with the ball spiritually. And the ball communicates back with me saying, yes, I'll go wherever you want.
Does the ball have a soul?
I mean, it's more the fact that we have the same inevitability of in 400 years, all our memories are going to be gone, and we're both just going to be ash. Like we're like both of our remains are just going to be completely gone. Me and this ball. Like that's the difference. It's an inanimate object, but we're not so different.
Are you a nut job?
I don't know what you mean by that.
You're crazy.
Because I say full sentences instead of just interrupting me when I'm building up a point.
I mean, I don't want to hear your point.
Then why are you asking me questions?
All right, we're done. I want to thank Jordan for his time today. It's always a pleasure. Goodbye. What's up?
I tell you one thing, Jordan Armstrong's not going to get laid wearing that hat. I think he thinks he is. A nice shot from Kevin McCarthy, but yeah, what do you think about that style?
I think he's kind of trying to be like funny, ironic, but it's really not working. Women don't think that's funny. Women don't like that. Women don't think he's as attractive.
No. But we looking at the playoff standings right now. Texas Rattlesnakes and Pink Slips atop their division. And then you got Church of Fudge and the Fighting Judeans tied for those last two spots. If Church of Fudge loses, Long Cut slides right into their spot. So they got to turn things around. It's not looking too good for them right now because they're losing to the last place Beavers. But back to Jordan, yeah, I don't think ladies like that, but how would he know that? You know what I'm saying? It's not like he talked to Nick Carducci before he put that outfit on.
Yeah, but you'd think years of rejection would clue him in on it a little bit, but he's still oblivious to how one should act in front of a woman. Will he ever learn?
He is learning how to pass the ball. Nice no-look pass. Ryan Oleski with the step back and snipes. Ryan Oleski with the pump step go. And another drop from Church of Fudge. And Kevin McCarthy's really feeling it right now. Jordan Armstrong for two. Hits it. It's 9-2.
You know, that's got to be just humiliating for Kevin and the Church of Fudge. How many balls they're dropping? How would you feel if you were just kept on dropping balls? You couldn't make a simple pass.
And Joe Worth stuffing Kevin McCarthy right there, and he throws it out of bounds. The Beavers have a chance to end this. I can't believe it.
All right, 7-2.
Hit it, Jordan.
There we go! Dude! 9-2. That's getting laughed off the court.
Hey, you lost to them.
Went high.
Hey, get the.
Just anywhere. You can just put it anywhere. Just put it anywhere. Just somewhere over there.
Is that you on the pizza?
Yeah.
You want me to take that over?
Oh, that's right. I'll finish this and I'll go grab some.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard Ryan Oleski getting pushed, and after Jordan hit the 2, there we go, baby, deuce. Ryan Oleski showed some emotion. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, then this is just a blowout, and this is a blowout. Beavers are probably going to win this game. It's really disappointing to see the Church of Fudge fall apart like this.
Bang, bang! Little dump pass from Jordan to Joe Worth, and he puts the pistol away. The Beavers got their first win of the season against the Church of Fudge team that really didn't look good today.
No, and the Beavers passed the ball well. Everybody was scoring. They played an excellent game, and really they just put a nice foot forward right there. I think they could build off that, maybe make a little run in this tournament yet.
And I tell you one thing, Kevin McCarthy is not happy. Look at him sit there. Ryan Oleski says, good game? He says, no, I'm not shaking your hand. Classic McCarthy. Jordan Armstrong can't get laid. He can shoot a damn ball. He's only missed 2 shots so far this whole World Cup, and that's in 3 games. I've never seen anything like that. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive, but let's be honest. When you got a team like Church of Fudge today, running around, chasing the ball, playing really a strategy-less defense, you're going to look pretty good on offense. And Jordan, credit to his team. They all took advantage of that, and that's really all you can do right there. Can't blame them for their opponent's weakness, but they executed well. I will say that. They all played their part. They passed the ball well. They all shot well. Really fun game to watch from the Beavers.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, Church of Fudge reminded me of a bunch of little Pomeranians running out there. It's like they were throwing the ball and just chasing whoever had the ball. Like little Pomeranians running around for the ball, and I say Pomeranians because Pomeranians are those really poofy, hairy, pretty dogs. The Church of Fudge is a bunch of pretty boys, let's be honest. And one thing they need to do is catch the ball. They couldn't catch to save their life. And Pomeranians got tiny mouths, not very, good at catching balls.
No. Yeah, and each game this tournament so far, you've seen completely different teams. You saw them fighting. A good battle in the first game. You saw them just blowing someone out with speed in the second game. And then you see this team. Mistake after mistake after mistake. No good shots. Just couldn't get open shots. Couldn't get anything going on defense. They were chasing the ball around. That just was bad planning, bad execution, no strategy. The team was playing without any plan.
Yeah, like they were so quick against long cut, and they brought that same style in offense in against the Beavers. It just didn't work. They were dropping balls. Joe Worth with a beautiful lengthy pick 6. I tell you what, Joe Worth is large and in charge, and boy does he got me hard, because he is a great looking young man who played very well today. Not like a flashy goal scorer, like a guy who's gonna get you like 5 goals a game, but he does everything. He's good defensively. He can catch, he can pass, he can shoot. It's like he is just the most well-balanced player in Whamo. I think he is like the most well-balanced player in Whamo today.
Yeah, and really everybody on the Beavers is pretty well-balanced. Nobody's gonna be a superstar and get you 9 goals and just score goals with 3 guys draped around them, but they passed the ball. They all got solid shots. They all could catch. They all could defend. Jordan's playing decent goalie all of a sudden. I mean, he didn't have to make too many saves this time.
He didn't make a single save today.
Yeah, but he's still, I've seen him showing some promise in the previous games and in warm-ups before. I mean, if he could come together and be a nice goalie, this is a solid team with not a lot of gaping holes.
Okay, so if you're Jordan Armstrong, do you take this game, put it on your resume to show women when you're trying to get laid, like, hey, I'm cool, look at this Whamo game that I won?
Yeah, well, here's something that Jordan really doesn't understand, and it's that women just don't care about Whamo. Not many people do. truthfully, only 30 or 40 people are going to watch this. And let's be honest, he spent how many hours would you say on this episode alone?
Well, let's just say probably 2 years of his life editing every day.
Yeah, just so really, you show a woman that and you say, hey, I sunk 600 hours into this. They think it's pathetic. They're not going to fuck you because of that. For Jordan, I mean.
Right, yeah, Jordan.
Not you.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You get a lot of
Because I'm
pussy.
Kevin Fudge.
Yeah, you're Kevin Fudge.
I'm rolling in it, baby.
You're Chad.
Not on purpose.
No, but somebody like Jordan, an incel, it's not something that you really want to publicly talk about. It's like talking about anime. You just keep that as a private hobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, you're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fudge.
I'm Hidalgo.
And we will see you on the Whamo field. Incel! We get to watch an incel play today. Holy mackerel, are we lucky? Jordan Armstrong and the Beavers go head-to-head against Church of Fudge. And let me tell you one thing, the Beavers' backs are against the wall. 0-2. And Church of Fudge looked pretty good against Team Lonka last time they played. Should be an interesting game. You're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fudge. And alongside me is my partner in crime, Hidalgo. And Hidalgo, we get to watch an incel.
You know, it's always fascinating observing an incel, just seeing how each action he has, each little movement, what he thinks going through his mind. Pussy, 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 I want to get pussy. You're not going to get pussy, Jordan. You never are going to get pussy. You're an incel. You're an incel. You always will be. What girl would want to touch an incel like that? He just reeks of that incel energy. You can just see it coming off him. It's pathetic.